This time we will see the storyline of the film The Wolf of Wall Street. Directed by Martin Scorsese with a duration of 2 hours 59 minutes, tells the story of Jordan Belfort's career as a stockbroker. The film opens with an advertisement about Stratton Oakmont, a stock company. After that, Jordan will tell about himself. Starting from his parents, his childhood home, private jet, 6 luxury cars, 3 horses, 2 vacation homes and a yacht. He also has a beautiful wife named Naomi. He also talked about his love for money, drugs and sex. Then we will see flashbacks while still an apprentice stockbroker. Here you will also see Jordan's first wife, Teresa. At his new job, he meets Mark Hanna, the person who will be the supervisor. From this Mark, Jordan learned more about tips and tricks about stocks. But that's not all, Jordan also learns about drugs here. A few months later, Jordan was made a licensed stockbroker. But unfortunately, Jordan's first day of work as a full-time employee fell on October 19, 1987. On that day the stock market around the world crashed and Jordan's company was also affected. Jordan, who had just had his first day as a licensed stockbroker, had to accept a layoff from the company. Jordan later became a stockbroker at the Investor Center. The company only sold shares of companies that were not listed on the stock exchange. Or in other words, a small company. Not many want to invest there, said the company being offered is a small company that will not necessarily be successful. But interestingly, the Investor Center offers a 50% commission to stockbrokers for every share sold. Armed with the knowledge and advice he received over the months at his old company, Jordan managed to sell $4,000 worth of stock on his first day on the job. And this certainly amazed the other stockbrokers who were there. Then Jordan met Donnie, who would later become his best friend and co-worker. Tempted by the amount of money Jordan made, Donnie immediately resigned from his job and worked with Jordan. Jordan and Donnie then planned to open their own company, which would later become the forerunner of Stratton Oakmont. They rented a garage to be used as an office. Jordan then invited friends in his hometown to work with him. After explaining at length about stockbrokers, he even asked one of his friends named Brad, an expert salesperson, to give an example to his other friends on how to sell something well. Finally, Jordan's friends consisting of Robbie, Eldon, Chester and Nick agreed to work with him. Except for Brad, because he's already making money selling drugs. Thanks to his wife, Teresa, Jordan had the idea of selling the shares of the small company at a very high price to rich people. He reorganized his company and founded Stratton Oakmont. Jordan also trains his friends by giving direct examples of how to sell stocks to rich people. And as a result, they all managed to sell various stocks for thousands of dollars. After that, Stratton Oakmont developed very rapidly. Hire more employees and change the workplace to a bigger one. Jordan became very rich, as did his friends and employees. Because of this, Stratton Oakmont often throws big celebratory parties. The rapid growth of the company and the large amount of money it made the FBI suspicious of Stratton Oakmont. At a big company party at Jordan's vacation home, Donnie raves about his childhood friend, Steve Madden, a potential women's shoe designer. This is also where Jordan met Naomi, who at that time came with his girlfriend. Jordan feels attracted to Naomi and tries to approach her even though both of them already have their respective partners. Unbeknownst to his wife, Jordan and Naomi often meet and talk. Not only that, they also often had sex until finally Teresa caught the two of them making love in Jordan's car. Finally Jar and Teresa parted ways. Jordan then brought Naomi to move into his apartment. Jordan also began to try other illegal ways to make more money through stocks. Jordan calls this one a rat hole. He plays stock by using the brand name, then he will increase the price of the stock through Stratton Oakmont. And Brad will sell it back when the stock price is high. Thus, Jordan made a very high profit from the stock. On the other hand, the authorities are increasingly unsettling Jordan. Jordan then hired Manny Riskin, a security attorney, for advice. Shortly thereafter, Jordan married Naomi. They had a very lively wedding party and became a happy family. However, what is called a household, there must be a fight. Good news also comes from Stratton Oakmont. Steve Madden, a shoe company that has long been targeted by many stock companies to go public, finally decided to go public, thanks to Donnie's persuasion. Jordan is again doing illegal acts to get more money. By investing an 85% stake in Steve Madden's company with Donnie. The existence of the FBI, which had suspected Jordan for a long time, made Jordan even more nervous. Jordan then sought the opinion of private investigators, but despite being advised not to do anything to the FBI agents, Jordan still tried to sue them, which ended in a firm refusal. Feeling anxious, Jordan and Donnie tried to funnel their money into a Swiss bank. In order not to be caught by the FBI, Jordan opens an account in the name of Emma, who is Naomi's aunt. And of course, Naomi doesn't know this. Furthermore, on several trips and with help from Emma, also members of his wife's family, they managed to smuggle $20 million into Switzerland without difficulty. The problem arose when Brad was about to take Donnie's share of the money. Brad and Donnie had an argument. Being carried away by emotions, Brad took out his firearm and aimed it at Donnie. This made the police who were patrolling around them act and come to them. Panicked by the presence of the police, Brad and Donnie tried to escape. Donnie got away. Unfortunately, Brad didn't have time to escape. Brad was then forced to languish in prison. Jordan later heard the news through a private investigator he had hired. He also informed him that the FBI had tapped all his phone lines. Because of this, Jordan was asked to make a phone call and asked not to use his home or office phone. Because he had previously taken drugs, Jordan became drunk on drugs, but too often took drugs. Jordan experienced temporary brain paralysis. While trying to drive home, Jordan is told by Naomi that Donnie is calling a banker in Switzerland. Jordan panicked and tried to stop Donnie. The next day, Jordan was approached by the police regarding Jordan's reckless driving, at night when he was high. Knowing the many problems Jordan was facing, Manny Riskin and his father advised Jordan to quit Stratton Oakmont for his own good. But he ignored the advice. Furthermore, the main officers of Stratton Oakmont had to be interrogated by the authorities for months, but they managed to get away with it all. To prevent this from happening again, Jordan flees to Italy with Donnie and their wife. While in Italy, Jordan received word that Steve Madden was trying to sell an 85% stake in his company, which actually owned Jordan. At the same time, Naomi gets news that her aunt has died of a heart attack. Jordan panicked hearing that. But fortunately, the money that was in the Swiss bank in Emma's name could be taken on the condition that Jordan had to arrive in Switzerland the next day. However, due to bad weather, Jordan's ferry capsized. And Jordan too late to get to Switzerland on time. After the incident, Jordan later repented. For 2 years, Jordan underwent drug rehab and gave financial seminars to people. But after that, Jordan was arrested by the FBI. Because his friend the Swiss banker was caught in Miami. Jordan was charged with various charges, and had to pay bail of $10 million. Jordan also had to be under house arrest for a while. However, he would also languish in prison for several years. Unless he wants to work with the FBI, to betray his friends. Then Jordan's prison term can be reduced. Things get worse when Naomi asks to separate and will take custody of their 2 children. Jordan tried to run away their first child, but his efforts failed. With a heavy heart, Jordan agrees to his divorce from Naomi. He also agreed to cooperate with the FBI. Jordan was asked to write down a list of the names of the people he was involved with, and was asked to use wiretaps. The goal was for the FBI to have more evidence against the people Jordan wrote about. However, when Jordan was talking to Donnie at the company, Jordan even coded a small letter to Donnie. He asks Donnie not to incriminate himself by saying the illegal things they have done. Because Jordan was wired. Unfortunately, the FBI found the letter and immediately imprisoned Jordan. In addition to Jordan, the FBI also imprisoned people who were on Jordan's list. After being released from prison, Jordan lives as a motivator for people who want to be rich. Well, that's the storyline of the film The Wolf of Wall Street, a film released in 2013 that really describes everyday life. How money controls people and can greatly affect a person. His obsession with money and a hedonistic lifestyle makes Jordan Belfort often get into trouble even though the duration of the film is long, but it's fun. Tell me your opinion about this film in the comments column. Don't if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.